Hey guys, I'm making my chipped and hazelnut cake and I'm waiting just for my caramel to soften, my pudding to cool, and continue with the buttercream. I have 2 layers of hazelnut cake ready, and I am just a little bit cleaning the kitchen in between because there is time and it's good. Like, I really want to take a bath because I'm so warm. Just, a cooler bath. But I'm gonna finish that now. And I don't know, I will probably not show you because I am also recording for a little YouTube video, my few steps, and I just want to go, bring you with me, and the recipe will be linked. I thought I'm gonna chat a little bit while I am just doing my dishes. Actually, I'm very excited for this cake. I don't normally look up Egyptian recipes, but this is, I think it's an American recipe though, but it said that it is probably Egyptian cuisine because it is still different. It is like baiser based, like white, beaten up white, egg white, and with hazelnuts. That is the dough. And it smells very lovely. I like hazelnuts in dough. I also like almonds in dough. I really have a good time baking in this new way. They had me make proper, so quickly stirring my caramel. It's just 500 grams. It should be liquid, and then I'm supposed to pour it onto my baking sheet. It is a little bit of a trickier recipe, so actually have fun. Like, there are easier cakes, honestly, but I'm so excited for the flavor. Like, I made pudding for the buttercream with egg, and like instead of vanilla I do tonka because I don't have a vanilla extract in the house, and like on medium low heat. And I've never made a pudding with egg actually because I like the milk one normally, but I just did follow the instruction this time, and it looks so yummy and creamy. I'm so excited. And then adding the butter, and then this caramel layer, that's what caramel buttercream. I just make the caramel fresh, just melted caramelized sugar, then it cools on a baking sheet and it gets crushed until it's powdery, and then goes into the buttercream. And I'm so excited for all the new flavor nuts. And like, it's so cool how you just with a few other steps get like different taste to that. And like, I don't think it's a very traditional recipe though, but I don't know why. I just thought it would be nice to make myself a layered cake for that is liquid now. I like it. I like it very, not too brown. My caramel, my favorite caramel, is like many other people's, like a light brown, if it's possible. But like, that's an art. The perfect caramel, I never got to make the perfect kind of caramel. Like, for example, if I make cheesecake, I actually like the board one more than making my own. It just has the nicer flavor. And it's on low heat, so I have it on 3 or 4, so I'm not gonna rush the sugar. Like, this is gonna cool quite fast. It smells obviously so lovely. All the new flavors, just the baiser based cake, like the egg white, beaten the egg white with the hazelnut. It smells so good and yummy. I love baking for the new flavors, and I've not thought about how different this will actually be. And it's a little bit lots of effort, like obviously making caramel for the sauce, the buttercream, and a proper nice pudding, not just a little extract into the buttercream, which you can also do. like lots of effort, but I don't mind it actually. I do that with patience. I'm excited for the flavor. I think the quality will be great. I actually like Oriental style sweets. I like they also have lots of sugar and honey and nuts, so it's like I do think it might be Oriental based. But it's a full different way of caking it. Like it's just called hazelnut cake. And you think, oh well, it's just another hazelnut cake. My mom makes great nut cake with nice fluffy biscuit and nuts and chocolate buttercream layer. It's everybody's favorite. Every birthday she makes that. It's very nice flavor. And I was like, okay, it will not be so new, but like it's just a cake, I'm gonna try it. And then I did not even see that this has different buttercreams. Then it's like supposed to be super thin layered, but I've not been super successful. This dough was meant to be for 3 layers, and I've tried to, well, I've baked all of them separately, as you should, it says in the recipe, but it was just, like I did just nearly cover that. So it is a little bit too thick, and I'd have 2 layers instead of 3. But I'm so excited to try. And I will definitely look if there are more cakes, because it's very different. Like, and I like a little variation. Like it is just like regional, like hazelnuts and sugar, butter, and it is also very effective because it is just egg white as the cake base, and then it has the egg yolk in the pudding for the butter cream, so it is very thought through. I appreciate that, and I have the blog. I will be linking it to the video too, so you can also find great recipes over there. And I just had the idea from AI. I asked for or like, I don't know, maybe it was, I found it probably on the AI or on Google, and they said Egyptian hazelnut cake would be an idea, because I am celebrating Seshim, Reiki, Seshim Reiki. 5 years since the experiment, and it did go well. And I also have the celebratory year, because I have like now 20 years since my first yoga course, so it's 20 years yogic lifestyle. And I'm sometimes so different than other people, because I reflect and try to live more and more to the principles of the yoga. Like, that's not very complicated though, it's just don't give in to the small things, and like staying strong in practice. And like I don't actually have lots of yoga books, for example, but like I find them everywhere. In self-help books there's lots of yoga practices, so it's already so versatile and applicable for somebody who does not live in an ashram. It's all sorted out, and you can learn step by step, more guidance. And I am a little bit thinking about even Ayurvedic principles with my cooking, but it's not rigid and it's not strictly so. So cake it's baked. I'm waiting for the caramel to cool, then I will be crushing it. The butter the pudding is cooling, and the butter does too. I'm probably needing to take it out. This is what the cake looks like on the blog. It is whereismyspoon.co, and it's like vanilla and caramel layered. So they have really crispy thin layers, and I was like, oh well, if it's just normal biscuit or sponge cake, which is quite similar. I will be managing, but with the fluffiness of the egg white, I was a little bit unsure. But I am not too annoyed. It's actually quite thin layered for me. I never make thin layer cakes because I'm not that patient. But for next time, I would like a little bit, because the egg white is definitely rising a little bit. So I would probably put on thinner layers, and it's not too weird to top them because they will not break. Once they are cooled, they will be easy to layer. Now, probably make that another time for sashimi, lion skate, whatever. But also it's a fun summer cake because it reminds me of holiday. It's a little celebrator, a little different than I normally bake, and I don't actually mind the effort. But I would probably prepare the caramel on another day and start the pudding in the morning and make the cake in the afternoon. But you live and learn. You live and learn, guys. So it smells heavenly, and I'm all excited because it smells different than usually. And it's still just hazelnuts, eggs, and a little bit of flour and sugar. And vanilla or tonka in my case. I like tonka actually. I think I used a little bit too much, but with the butter it should be fine. So I'm so excited how this will be turning out, and I'm so excited to indulge. But actually I wanted to do my dishes. I am freezing cream because I do rarely use it up, and I need that for a layer, for the caramel layer. That is not buttercream actually, that is normal cream, whipping cream. So I a little bit unfrosting that because I thought it's butter. I could use butter, but now I kind of want to see how this tastes. So because make the caramel, you can make the caramel during the waiting time, and it also needs to get cold. So grind caramel, whisk the heavy cream until they fold in the caramel powder and the ground hazelnuts. Then take 5 or 6 tablespoons of the buttercream and set aside for later. Place 1 kale lake on a platter. Spread the buttercream. Top, spread the buttercream. To finish the cake, frost it around the edge with the buttercream and set aside at the beginning. Place in the fridge overnight to allow it to set nicely. Okay. So I think I'm supposed to mix it now. Place 1 kale lake and divide the rest of the buttercream into 3 parts. Divide the caramel filling. So the caramel filling spread on each layer. No, it doubles. So buttercream and then caramel, and then top it with the buttercream. Like decorate it with the buttercream. And then it should sit in the fridge till tomorrow. Which probably will not be happening because I will need to try, but the rest will be waiting. And then when you eat it, you sprinkle it with ground hazelnuts and fresh coconut powder. Well, let's eat it now. just a little effort, and like the pudding, if you don't whisk it properly, you'll see it's not nice. I love caramel, isn't it so pretty and beautiful and delicious? Like it's a perfect brown for me. Still a little bit too warm to grind it. I did never grind caramel, so I hope it works in my mixer. I should. My mixer can make nut butter, so it should be fine. So it's just, I will be continuing my cake and do my dishes, and then you will have the recipe uploaded. It will a little bit take probably till the evening, but before I've edited it, just quickly one filter and adding it together. So yeah, the dishes are not too interesting. Bye guys.